Whoever betrays his father is like a blasphemer, and whoever provokes his mother to anger is cursed by the Lord. Dear brothers and sisters, we meet again with your daily program, Our Daily Bread, which is prepared and directed by Father Noel Cosmosa. This is a story inspired by verse 18 of the book of Joshua ibn Sirach, chapter 2, which is titled, The Forgotten Garden. Our story today says, once upon a time in a simple village, there lived a young man named Sama. His father, old and frail, tended the family garden with love and care. The garden was a haven of color and life, full of fragrant flowers and abundant fruits. Sama admired his father's dedication, but he longed for adventure outside the village. One day, Sama met a group of passing travelers. Their tales of distant lands and hidden treasures ignited a fire within him. He longed to explore and seek fortune outside the familiar realms. Thus, he made a decision to leave his elderly father behind. Sama left without looking back. His father's eyes followed him until he disappeared over the hills. The once vibrant garden withered in his absence. The flowers withered, and the production of fruit trees decreased. Sama's betrayal reverberated through the soil, and the earth itself seemed to grieve. Meanwhile, Sama traveled far and wide, brave storms, fight bandits, and discover forgotten temples. With every step, a heaviness settled in his heart. Dreams of gold and glory could not erase the memory of his father's tearful eyes. One day, while Sama was resting near a stream, an old woman approached. Her eyes held ancient wisdom, and her voice carried the weight of centuries. She said, "Young man, why are you wandering around? What drives you?" Sama hesitated, then told his story, the garden, his father, and his troubled soul. The old woman listened, her gaze penetrating his soul. "You have betrayed more than your father," she said. "You have betrayed the roots that support you." She has revealed herself as the guardian of ancient truths. "Go home," she urged. "Ask forgiveness, for the Lord's curse has become heavy upon you." Sama returned, his heart heavy with remorse. The village has changed, and the park is now a barren patch of land. His father, weak and stooped, was sitting on a wooden bench, his eyes dull with age. When Sama approached, the old man's look held sadness and forgiveness. His father whispered, "Son, you have abandoned more than just a garden. You have severed the ties that bind us all, the sacred thread of love and duty." Sama knelt with tears streaming down his face. "Forgive me, Father," he pleaded. "I was blind." His father's touch was gentle. "Tend the garden," he said. "It is not just the soil, but the love that nourishes it. By honoring your parents, you honor the Creator." And so Sama worked tirelessly. He watered the thirsty land, planted new seeds, and whispered his apologies to the wind. Slowly life returned, the flowers bloomed, and the fruit trees bore sweet abundance. Sama has learned that true treasure does not lie in distant lands, but in the love that fuels him. So the curse was lifted, and Sama understood, whoever betrays his father or wrongs his mother leaves more than his family. They leave themselves. The forgotten garden became a testimony, a lesson etched in the petals and leaves for generations to come. My beloved friends, we learn from the story of the forgotten garden that betrayal breaks more than earthly ties. It is a breaking of the core of our being. By honoring our parents, we honor the sacred bonds that sustain us. And here ends our program, Our Daily Bread, with Father Noel Cosmosa. I leave you in God's safety, and glory be to God always. Amen.
سأعيش العمر كارزا شاهدا حبك عجيب مكرسا وعازما أتبعك حتى الصليب. سأعيش العمر كارزا شاهدا حبك عجيب مكرسا وعازما أتبعك حتى الصليب. أتبعك يا سيدي، أتبعك طول الطريق، أتبعك يا سيدي، أتبعك طول الطريق، لو في رحل